Hey, live again. How we doing? Let me sort myself out here. Gotta sort myself out. Here. Right. A little bit late. Coming on there. A minute or so late, maybe. Pansy's clock watching. How we doing? Right, what have we got here? Just wait for everybody to catch up with me. Don't know what that is. Bear with me. Phone call. Sorry about that, people. That was Robert's radio. Robert's radio just rang me. I was waiting for a call from them, so I thought I'd take that a minute. Apologies. So rude of me. YouTube's playing up a bit today, so we'll have to see how we get on. But how are we? Are we live? The chat has stopped. Is that because I was on the phone? Let's make sure we are live a minute. Let me just have a look. Yeah, we're live. Viewers will experience buffering. So apparently you may experience some buffering, but so wait for everybody to catch up a second. I think we could have problems today because I had problems actually getting online on YouTube. So let me just restart the chat a minute. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Joking me. I'm here. I don't know if you can see me or hear me because at the moment YouTube is playing silly buggers. Yeah, I think Sean's ringing me now. Hello, mate.
Hi, Graham. Yeah, you're live and you're clear, and we can hear you. But there's a problem with the chat. That's about the only thing.
Yeah, I think the problem is there's an issue with YouTube. There's an issue with YouTube. It's just not loading YouTube at all.
Right. Okay. But from the viewer point of view, we can see you sound clear. Just that the chat seems to be disabled.
Yeah, I've just tried reloading YouTube and it's not having none of it. So there's too many people on it, I think.
Okay.
Too many people on YouTube, mate.
I'll let you get on with it. Like I say, you're loud and clear.
All right, mate. Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers. Well, live shonen? Shonen? Live shonen? What's a shonen? Apparently you can see me and you can hear me fine. There's just a problem with chat at the moment because I think YouTube is absolutely being hammered. I can't get on YouTube at all. I've just tried reloading. Anyway, you're going to have to bear with me as I don't know what's going on. Well, let me see. We got people on Messenger talking to me. George is saying, is he there? Well, he knows I'm there because Sean has just rung me and told me I am. George, you're winding me up again, aren't you? Dear, dear. Okay. Yeah, YouTube is crashed by the looks of it. But amazingly, apparently, I'm still live. This is going to be weird, isn't it? So, I'm recording a live stream, although I cannot see my audience, which is a bit bizarre. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Sean is saying we're live, but chat is on and off. I'm just going to have to keep refreshing it for a minute then and see if we can get into it. See if I can get into YouTube on Explorer. See, YouTube just is not loading. I'm amazed that you can oh, hang on. No, it's just loaded up. Right, okay, shut that down a minute. Am I clashing with Boris's announcement? Is that what it is? Are me and Boris clashing? He's going to have to contact me if he wants to use the internet at the same time. No, that's not working at all there. No. Wow. I'm going to have to swap to Facebook Live if this don't work, you know. Boit. Yeah, me and the Boit is clashing, like, in it. Right, let's try getting in another way. Let's try entering another way. How are we all doing anyway? I just can't get the chat up, people. This is great, isn't it? Just great. Oh, hang on. I hear something. At least I get a bing on here so you hear peeps trying to talk to you. That's right, George. I'll keep refreshing YouTube. It might come back on in a minute. Keep saying, oops. That link is not working. Something went wrong. So let me, if I'm still live, let's show you what the hell I'm up to here. Because if I go on to this, this is the problem I've got. YouTube Studio, if I refresh it, something went wrong. There's something wrong. So I click on YouTube there. It's buttering. It's buttering. Yeah, YouTube is dead, people. It's buttering. Buttering, George says. There's buttering. So you can see I'm trying to load YouTube Studio and it's nothing here. You're taking all the bandwidth then, George. Some damn neighbours, I expect. But saying that, my Wi-Fi's all right here. So can you see me, people? You can see and hear me fine. All right. Just have to go with it then for a minute. So let's give it one more chance. Ah, are we coming back? Well, that's better than the oops, something went wrong page. I think YouTube have rebooted. How is everybody? I know I can't see you typing at the moment. You can see the loading. Let's put you back onto me then. You don't want to see the loading. So, I don't know what's going on with it, people. I'm going to just leave it running in the background. I'll keep my phone on for those of you that are in Messenger chat. Everybody else just stick with it. And I'm sure YouTube's problems will be sorted shortly. Let's give it another reload. Oops, something went wrong. Mic is rubbing. Never mind. Well, we'll just have to get on with it, won't I? Sorry, I can't bring you all together. That was the whole idea of it. Yeah, it was frozen, George. I closed it and I can't open it again now, so never mind. Anyway. Let's get on to the bench. Let's get on to the bench. Let's picture in picture. Titles off. Right, I'm going to try reloading it yet again. Let's close that all together. I don't think it's my end, it's just seems to be YouTube in general. Really want to reboot. As long as you can see and hear me, that's the main thing. I'm looking at this camera now. Right, okay, got YouTube Studio back up. We might be in. Right, let's see if I can get this this chat reloaded. Rapid reboot. That's the error message you imagine we all get. Error sending message, but you can still hear and see me. Well, George, you're the only one in the country, look. me bring up what we're going to be looking at anyway. He says as he chucks a load of stuff on the floor. Next door's kids are winding up Mrs. Cruncher by the sound of it. So, the Shorrock. I'm in the process of putting this back together at the moment. So, good news is it's actually working. I've got it working, people. I have got it working. So, Gary can see and hear me on YouTube, but he can't. The chat not working, Gary? Ah, well. So this is what I've been working on. Let's just stop that in the background a minute. YouTube has got some problems. No point trying to wind me up, George. I'll block you. I'll block you. So, airband radio. I've been told that you can hear me, so I'll carry on. I'll carry on like nothing's wrong. So I've got it all back together. I need to have a look on it. I've got it all back together. My window's a bit big again. Let's just get me down a bit smaller. It's like I'm talking to myself here. It's like recording a normal video, this is. It's like just recording a normal video. I can see people in the Facebook Messenger chat. So, what have I done to this? All I've done really, as far as the layout's concerned, I've replaced the transistor. You can't see it now because it's in underneath this can, but believe it or not, I had a new transistor that had failed. Sod's law, isn't it? So say, I'm in the process of putting this back together. I've got lots of things pinging and binging in the background. Just checking everything's working. Buttons are a little bit tight. So I've still got a bit of tweaking to do, you know, back together so as we can have a play with it really today. I'll keep trying to refresh this, and hopefully we'll get chat back at some stage. I assume it's just literally because everybody's on YouTube. I assume it's everybody is on YouTube all at the same time. I need to get my photos up. Let's just sign up the pinging noise because that's annoying. Okay. Get rid of the webcam a minute. Okay. This is my little photo album. As I fix stuff, I tend to try and take photos of it. So this is pretty much where we are. No, still not going. We've got the messenger chat going in the background there. That's struggling as well at the moment. live stream is not working, so let's go with pictures for a minute. So this is just pictures I've taken as I've been going along of where things connect to, because I'm going to need these now because I need to set up these wires. So we've got the red one down in the corner there. Just get that out of the way. I'm sort of fiddling with the radio as I'm talking to you and looking at the pictures, so again I've got to remake a lot of these joints. Oh, what have I done now? And then it's, so we've got the purple and the black that go in volume control. Looks like one side and the black the other. This is why you need to take photos. It certainly saves a lot of head scratching. Purple and black. These caps are no longer in there. Rewiring up all the spade connectors from this. It's got like an accessory, what do we call it? An accessory fitting that screws on the bottom with all the jacks. What else have we got? We've got the blue one. I know where that one goes because I just pulled that off. And we've got the speaker leads. A couple of other leads, but those connected at the moment. Through my album here, we can have a look at some of the bits and pieces. We've still got to connect the aerial lead up. That's not needed at the moment. Some of these are of the original set, some are of the Shorrock that I repaired, some are of a Decca TT85. So this old lead this is the original lead. Well, I've totally rewired the aerial leads. Oh, that was the botch up, yeah. So we had AF115s, 116s in it. It's a 114, a 115, and a 116. Yeah, this was a bit of a lash up. I don't know what's going on there. I don't even know where they run this other wire to. Oh, it goes up the top there. Yeah, that's the right lash up. Someone had definitely on this set before. You see all these old electrolytics, they're all gone. And this frame holds all the tube mechanism in. All this had to come off in order to get all the components, so that was a bit of a nightmare. So I just took photos of where all the connections were. This might help somebody if someone else is doing it. Hello, mate.
Okay. I hate to call you again. I'm really sorry about this. The microphone is on your stubble, and it's making it so you can't hear what you're saying at all. If you could move it a little bit, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's not actually on the stubble. I've got a different T-shirt on today.
Okay, well, the audio is dreadful. If you look at the messenger chat, you'll see all the replies there. I really hate phoning you during the live stream.
No worries, mate. You are live, as you know.
Okay.
You're on speaker.
Okay.
Yes, it's not. The chat just ain't working at all, is it?
No.
Is the microphone any better now or not?
If I turn it up, I might get feedback on this call. Let me try. The messenger chat. See all the replies there. Really hate phoning you during the live stream. Don't worry. You are live, as you know.
Is it any better, mate?
Yes. it's not. Chat just ain't working at all, is it? Is the microphone any better now? I've got a little bit of lag, so I'm just listening.
Yeah, I'm on the screen at the moment. I don't want to keep putting the chat on screen, that's all.
Oh, your actual chat's come back up as well now.
That was it?
I think so, yeah. I'm going to get off there. Like I say, I hate interrupting the live stream, and do a good job as always, and catch you soon.
No worries. I think we're coming back on, people. I think we are coming back on, look. I think we're coming back on. Here we go. Here we go. Got 19 viewers. Ah! Chat is back! We're back! Right on. Have we got chat back? Right. It's not audio, is it? I don't know why. I've not done anything to audio. It must be the connection. Is that any better? I can't really monitor my audio, that's the trouble. There's a handsome bloke appeared. Where? Right, let's pop my chat out now, since it seems to be working. I don't know what's going on to say. I think YouTube is really struggling. I should really have knocked my stream size down. I should have knocked my stream size down, shouldn't I? So, is that microphone any better now? I know there's a bit of a lag between me talking and you replying, but I think I might need to get a new mic cable for this. It's still playing up. Now, I've got lag on that, so if anyone wants to still a bit crackly, is it? Okay, let's sort it out then. Let's sort it out. Let's put the other microphone on for now, because it's nothing worse than having crap audio. Let's find my other mic. Find my USB hub. Probably not the best way to stick the mic in, but it's the only spare port I've got. So bear with me. I'm going to mute this microphone and set the other one. I'll keep this one on for a minute. I think it's the cable, Nick, because it's a decent mic. It's a Rode link, but I think possibly the cable there, like kinked or bent. Probably that connection there. Sounds like a polyvaricon in a binatone. Right, that should be muted. I'm going to add another microphone in, so I'll need to mute this one. Should hopefully find a Yeti. I bet it doesn't find my Yeti now, that. Oh, it doesn't find the Yeti. Let me see. If I pull the webcam, it probably won't come back on again. Let's pull the webcam for a minute. That's not going to find me Yeti now, is it? Oh, I don't know. So is it any better now I've played with the cable or not? Can't understand why it's not finding me Yeti. I have this one. I have this one. This one's playing up as well now. Still crackling, is it? There we go, Yeti stereo, muting headphones, okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, people? Yay! I need a new mic cable, don't I? Oh dear. Oh well. Sorted. As I say, it's a bit of a compromise, but it seems to be working. Let me just have a quick look, see what it's set on. Omnidirectional. Yeah, that'll work. Excuse me, just scratching the mic along. Okay, we're sorted. We got chat, we got a microphone, we've got video. We're still in 1080p. What a faff. Let's go through the chat and find out who we got on then. So we got Mike Atlantis, afternoon Mike, Daniel Russell, Man Cave Workshop. Internet's getting hammered, people. I mean, you know, we got neighbours with kids. You know, they're bound to be very, very close on. If they're on the same channel as you, you're in trouble, really. Andrew Alsfer's got an RT8 video up that I haven't seen yet. Derek Taffman, hi Derek. Rob Titheridge, hi Rob. Andrew Alsfer, ZX. Michael Hyde, George Christophe. Patronix, Doug. Definitely, yeah, that mic's a pain, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with that. It was fine. CQ test. Hi Gary Cooper. Cody's Paul. How you doing, Paul? John Cunningham. Who else have we got in here? It's weird when you can't see anybody talking back to you. Dave Malik. Afternoon, Dave. Good to see you yesterday, mate. Stealth Radio, pick on Facebook group show and tell. Yeah, that mic is good. Cheers, Dave. That is a good microphone, the old Yeti. Pick on Facebook show and tell. Oh, that's your Black Radio. We'll have a look at that one in a minute, Paul. Let's get on here then and just carry on with what I was doing. So yeah, that's weird, not having anybody to chat to. It's just like making a video to camera, but without any interaction. Bizarre. Yeah, me and Mrs. Cruncher are fine, Derek. Yeah, no signs of ill health, and I hope all you guys are doing okay as well. It's strange times, isn't it? Strange times. But there we are. We've got to put up with it, haven't we? We've just got to do everything we can to get rid of the blooming thing. Then we can get back to normal, hopefully. It's like watching an old Bruce Lee video. What's wrong now, George? How's that? Is that better? I've just put 100 milliseconds delay on it. So I take it that's what George means, that the audio's not syncing with my mouth. But hopefully that's a bit better. Any other complaints, anyone? Any other complaints before we start? Dear. I am trying, George. Right. Let's get back onto my pictures then, because I was rabbiting on and I didn't know whether you could see me or not, but let me get back to my pictures then, and I'll just go through what I was trying to tell you when I couldn't see what you were saying. Foxy! Benji, how you doing? So let's go back onto my screen then. I was just going through these photos I'd taken of this radio before I started work on it. So let's pop me in the corner. I can abuse you then at the same time. So yeah, these are the pictures I took of the Shorrock and other bits and pieces as I was going through. This was that botch up aerial that I've sorted now. I don't know what the hell that is. This was the donor dial plate. So you can see there's a little bit of cracking on it. It's not broken. This is the one that I whipped off. This was the old. This is pretty much how the radio arrived, with the aerial hanging off with these broken plastic pieces on it. You can see I've recapped it now on this picture. Well, mostly I haven't done that one. I haven't done the transistors, so this is just the start of recapping. I think I was just trying to get it to work at that stage. Full of AF116s, look. There's another one. And another one. That's an AF114 that we replaced the day before yesterday. There he is. With the long old leg going up to the tuning cap. There he is again from another angle. It's like watching my photos, isn't it? So that's all the transistors I took out of it there. And I have done a video on this before, and it's quite a long time ago now. But yeah, that's the culprits. And this was, I think this was another radio now. This isn't the Shorrock anymore. This is one of the Decas that I had in. This is probably the one that I pinched the aerial off of. Yeah, because you can see the aerial's good on this one. I'm trying to get to the bit where I did the top panel. Here we go. So this was the old dial plate. This is the donor dial plate, and this is the Shorrock logo that was glued on over the top of this. Took a hell of a job to get that off. It's real scary because obviously this piece here is unique. You know, you can get another Deca for a front, but you cannot get this piece. This is a like slate grey rather than a black, but the reason I changed it, you'll see in a second, hopefully. Yeah, there, look. There's a massive great split on the back. There's a split in the middle there. Well, that bit's gone. There was a split in the middle, and you won't. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but in behind No, you can't really see it. In behind there was some plastic lugs that go through the top of the case, and they'd all broken off as well. So the side was all broken. This is all broken apart. Both sides. Some aerial wiring shots for me, so I knew how to wire it back up, but that wasn't the easiest job on the planet, to be fair. Took me a bit of head scratcher to get that done. Various other pictures of the board. This is these plastic things that I 3D printed. Should have a shot here somewhere of my replacements. Dial cord, I've had to restring it this morning as well. There we go. So that's the original, and that's my 3D printed ones. So they came out pretty well. Oh, a bit quick. I didn't bother with this fancy curve here, and I didn't bother with these drill holes. I don't know why they've done that, whether it was to hold it in the machine. But I printed all this. It's all got to be drawn on the CAD program, which they don't support anymore, so I can't use that anymore. And my 3D printer's not working very well at the moment, so oh well. And this cam was really rusty on the other one I had, so I've replaced that. This is one of the Decas, I think. Looks like the other Shorrock. Let me have a look. No, that's the other Shorrock, I believe. As I say, I did fix another one of these. Yeah, that's the other Shorrock. That one had a center tap on the speaker for some bizarre reason. That's Shorrock. I don't know why. This one hasn't got it. So I think there was different Shorrocks. Anyway, that's enough of that. Oh, that was the handle I did for the other one. There we go. End of the pretty slideshow. It's like being back in school, isn't it? Excellent. Right, back on me. Let's catch up with the chat. I had to finish off my slideshow. You're thinking positive. You love old Bruce Lee movies. Buffering. It's going to buffer people. As I say, sadly the internet's getting hammered. YouTube. Everybody on the planet's watching YouTube videos at the moment, I suppose. So YouTube are Did I get any more from the Decker ZX? Yes. Afternoon, Mike. Racing Demon, how are you? Yes, I did ZX. I got it sorted. Now the problem was, I don't know if you saw the slide for this video today, but we had a problem with TR2. If I get you up on the schematic, because I know you people like to look at schematics. So you should be on the schematic now. This is the TP85. Obviously we haven't got one for the Shorrock. So this is what this Shorrock thing is based on, the TP85, 1964. Like, I think the day before yesterday we looked at the costings and that on it. Would have been a very expensive radio back in the day, the Shorrock. So after Tuesday's stream, I spent yesterday going through this radio, basically tracing everything out, checking all the components in the oscillator area. Again, AM's working fine, which is over here. This is the FM front end here, or VHF front end, I should say. Because they've taken a lot of these components out, it actually doesn't operate on FM anymore. It's just an AM VHF, not FM VHF. Confusing, but you know. So anyway, I scoped all. I put the scope on these. I couldn't find. It wasn't oscillating at all. So we changed TR1 live in the video the other day. Let's put me picture in picture in the corner, so I'm not in the way. We changed TR1 the other day, didn't we? I took that old AF114 out and put an AF124 in it. Well, that didn't cure it. So what I did is I came down here, and I wanted to measure all the components in the area of TR2. So I sort of ruled out TR1. So I took R6 out of line, and just checking continuity, and it was fine. So I whipped TR2 out, and sure enough, TR2, which was a brand new AF115, I've got it on the bench. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let us have a look on the bench. I haven't got my webcam mode because I pinched that from the microphone input. TR2. I've got the overhead camera, but that'd be easier to use the overhead camera. Let's go that one. TR2. There he is. Oh, Christ, way too big. So, TR2, AF125, I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm in the way of the light now, really. So this is one that I replaced at great expense. So let's connect it up. The black is the shield. Don't need to connect the component tester to the shield. So just put on that on the component tester. Let's get rid of the glare. There we go. Oh dear, it's sort of tried to come back to life and redeem itself, but it isn't. It's shown as a Zener diode at the moment, but when I tested it, it just said no component found. So it's knackered. Is the technical term for it? It's knackered. So anyway, I've pulled that one out, and I put a new one in. So while it was messing around, I rewired this because it's got this jack. I don't know what you call it. A bank of jack plugs. It's all got to be wired in, otherwise it won't work. Need to tighten up these speaker connections. So I'm going to stick it on a battery. As you can see, I've done all the cracks and dings and most of the work on it. Repainted the grille, that's all done. All the brass has been polished. It's had loads done to it. So let's go VHF. And you can hear we've got RF. something in here interfering with that. Most of the airbands likely to come up in the middle. Something in here that's causing that. Could be the cameras. What a racket. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pop down in the back garden a minute. Oh, I can't. I haven't got my lapel mic on, have I? Ah, damn. Oh well, all we can do then really is just chuck some tones out the seat gen and see if it'll pick up, because there's no aircraft about at the moment. It's always the same in it. Whenever you want airband, there's nothing there. Time for a cider, I think so. Is that transformer potted? What are you on about, George? Can we have an Atlantis on live at one time, please? You will get an Atlantis live at some stage, Paul. Not very far away, actually. Hi, David. How are you? David Roberts. Hi, Mike Atlantis. I think I did say hello. No, there's not really. I did catch some this morning. Really blasted in. I actually recorded some as well yesterday. But I don't think... let's have a look. Did I put it on YouTube? Just let me get my audio up and we can have a listen to it working today. So that one. Trouble is with airband, they're in and out so quick. You got a job to hear them. In the slideshow, the transformer looked potted or dipped in resin. Which transformer? The audio transformer, George? Oh, not unless there's another transformer. I don't know, mate. We'll try it again. This volume port is playing up as well. I think I'm going to have to pinch one out of the other radio. get my signal generator fired up a minute. I'll just chuck a signal out on the telescopic whip and see if we can pick it up. Let's go, say, frequency, say 130. There's usually a bit of activity around there. I haven't done a dial alignment on this yet. Going to get me a cider in a minute. Sean did remind me about that. Level. Let's go. Right, so that's kicking out a Faro signal now on 130 megs, which is in the airband. So if this is sorted, it should pick it up. Oh, there it is. So it's working. So I think we can safely say that's working. We'll keep it on. It'd be nice to hear an aircraft, wouldn't it? We'll try later because that's annoying, that racket, isn't it? Right, who have we got in? I think we've just seen someone else jump in. John Cunningham, we need a beer. We do. I need to get some cider in the house. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look back through the slideshow, George. I'm not sure what you meant there. Maybe I had another picture of something else in there. I don't know. Afternoon, Cyberflyer. How are you? Dave Rhodes, hi Dave. John Cunningham, I did say hello to John just now, didn't I? Electronic interference from your equipment. It probably is. And normally with the lapel mic, I can just go downstairs and out in the back garden and away we go. Yeah, it does start at 108, Benji. But no, it's supposed to start at 110, but it does go below that. If I go... So yeah. It's actually quite sensitive. So yes, it does pick up VHF on the very bottom end of it. Oh, it is working. It is working, Benji, and no doubt about that. Headphone wearers, yeah. Yeah, so it's nearly there, people. I've got to mess about. That volume control is not brilliant. It looks like it's pulled too far in, this one. I don't know. You see at a bit of an angle, like this side of the board is too far in, I don't know. Yeah, they look at a bit of a funny angle though, so I'm probably going to need to put a washer in there. But yeah, apart from that, it is working. It is working. You can get airband here. We had some good airband yesterday. I'm just trying to find it there now. I did record a video for the chat group. And I have repainted the dial plate behind as well. That's all repainted. The needle's all repainted. I did all that this morning. But yeah, I was pretty chuffed yesterday when it fired into action, I can tell you. Is that it there? There you go. So it is working on airband. It's just whenever you want a plane, there's not one about, is there? There's nothing up here in the skies that I can see. No vapor trails or anything. It did find something briefly at 115, did it? To loosen this board off. These the volume and tone are really at a weird angle for some reason. I'll loosen that off now, can't I? We'll keep trying it. Anyway, I need to go and get a cider a minute, so I'm going to go and grab a cider. I'll leave you with these to have a look at. While I'm going down and getting a cider. There you go. We'll put that in as well. Let me go get a cider. I need one. There we go. Double strap on. No, it's not, Mike. That's very naughty. Very naughty. Bad toad. No, this is, if you remember, was it? Yes, the weekend when I did the R500 and we had the old rat strap. Remember? The old rat chewy strap. I did say I'd been speaking to a guy that was selling them on eBay, and I think Rob Bond actually sent me a message asking me for details. So I sent this chap Glenn a message. And he very kindly sent me out a couple so I could show you. And we've got one that'll fit the R500. So this is the R500 strap. I mean, this one's slightly wider and it's certainly a lot brighter. But lengthwise it's pretty much bang on. All I've got to do is punch a hole in each side, and I've got one of those rotary punch things. I just punch a hole in the bottom, and same as that, and it'll go in back in. So we'll do that probably the weekend, I expect. And this one is for the Poorly RT1. This is for this one. The Starry Night RT1, so that'll go on there and finish that off a lot nicer. It's got to be cut to size, it's got to be made a little bit shorter. What I've got to try and do is somehow work out how to paint this pattern on here somehow. All I want really is a row of stars and dots. So if anyone's got a nice laser etcher or something like that that could do a stencil would need, well, it wouldn't need to be that long. I could just reuse it or do it a couple of 3 times, and I could possibly mask it up and spray through it. I don't know, but there must be a way. I don't really want to hand paint them on, but I might end up having to hand paint them with a magnifier or something. But you know. Devon Scrumpy. 'Tis Devon. 'Tis proper Devon stuff. Yeah, that arrived this morning. I was really surprised it arrived so quick, to be fair, with all this coronavirus stuff. I think I only ordered it yesterday. And it was here. Where's me photos? Let's get my photo album up. There you go. That's what I'm drinking. So, Creedy Vintage. Devon cider from Sanford Orchards. So, Sanford Orchards, thank you very much for sending that. It wasn't free. It wasn't free, but they got 30% off at the moment. Again, no affiliation with them, just information for any of you that fancy it. If you look them up on the internet, you put March 30 in, you get 30% off of it, which will more than pay for delivery. So it's good gear. I'll tell you, it's good gear. Say I had a little tour of their brewery back last Christmas. No, not last Christmas, the Christmas before. I had a brewery tour, and it's a lovely place. Nice, very nice people. It's quite strong, 7.4. Mrs. Cruncher's down there singing and dancing at the moment. Yeah, there you go. I just thought, you know, if any of you like a drop of cider, I don't know if they'll deliver to the States, Doug, but you could try. they'll freight it over to you, mate. Oh dear. Anyway, that's the gear. That is good stuff. Yeah, 20 litres that is. 20 litres. Oh, you're doing a stencil for the handle, are you, Andrew? Because yeah, Andrew's got one of these as well. Have you got a stencil, Andrew? Have you got someone that's cut your stencil out? Anyway, what I was trying to say was these handles. It's very clever how he's done it. There is a plastic stiffener inside there, so they're a lot stiffer than some of the original ones that he made. But these are much stronger. And he's sort of done it with a double lot of vinyl, so he's made it look like piping. It's really dark. Sorry, it's really light. So I need something to just maybe tone that down a bit. I wonder whether tea or something like that might stain it, but it's vinyl, so it's difficult. What's that, Benji? Plenty of star stencils about, but whether you could get one the right size. Andrew's doing a stencil yourself. I mean, I suppose I could print one out on some acetate. I could print it out on some acetate. I've got some overhead projector film somewhere. And then maybe you can get that. The trouble is glue. I can't glue it really. Not sure. You'll have to confer with me, Andrew. See if we can come up with something. You are the craft man. Andrew is the craft man. He can do anything. So that's going to go on. I don't know whether I'll do that on one of the other live streams or whether I'll do this one this weekend. I don't know. Might do this one this weekend and finish the other one on a live stream in the week. But yeah, just thought I'd show you those. So if anybody wants one of those, if you drop me an email, if I can find my titles. Where's my titles? I've gone all to cock here because I've took one of my microphones out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so if you want to get hold of one of these handles, if you email me on that email, and I'll give you Glenn's details. You can contact him direct, and he'll sort you out a handle. He doesn't do this as a business. He has got a normal daytime job. He just does this as sort of like a hobby in the evenings and weekends and that. He can't do that many. I think he said he can do about 7 a week. So he also does the brights as well. I think these are his brights. Yeah, they are. Oh. So these are the brights he does. There's only one left there, I think. He wraps them up in toilet paper so they don't get scratched, which is a good idea. Although toilet paper at the moment is really expensive, isn't it? It's like gold dust. So I might have to put this one in the toilet later. Yeah, there you want it. So let's zoom in on those. So he does do those. They're not cheap, but then I don't suppose they're cheap to make. So yeah, if you want any of those or one of these handles, then drop me a line and I'll put you in touch. I'll have to pinch his email off of him. He's on Facebook, so you can get hold of him on Messenger if you've got Facebook. Nice R200. That was an RT1 mic. Fence stained creosote. I'm sure Andrew can, Mr. Andrew Alsfer can come up with something to do it with. I'm sure Andrew's got some ideas of what to colour it with. I suppose you can get. It needs to be flexible. That's the thing. Whatever you colour it with, it's got to be flexible. So you can't really paint it unless you paint it with leather. And what was that bright from John? No, it wasn't, Mike. It's from this chap Glenn. I never had any brights off of John, actually. I don't know if he did dabble with them, but I don't know. I think it just took him so long to produce just one. I think he gave up on the idea. It was a real labour of love, I think. I know he did produce some and they were really good, but like the time it took him to punch them out and dome them and polish them, it just took him an age. But I know he did make some, Mike, so you are right. I used this stuff for the dial pointer. Got the other camera. I used that for the dial pointer. Insignia red plastic coat. That was the exact same colour as the original one. I've got another one here somewhere. I'll show you. It's a bit uncanny, that. So this is one off of a TP85. It's actually exactly the same colour. Look, that was a bit spooky. But yeah, you probably can't see that in this light. But yeah, so that was that, and I painted the dial face with an antique white colour. Again, I think that's a plastic coat as well. I know, Rust-Oleum. I know a lot of people swear by Rust-Oleum products. They are pretty good. So that's what I did the dial face, and this is one of the old ones. You can see that it's pretty sun. I mean, this one's a little bit brighter than the other one, but you can see the paint's all flaking and that on it. So I resprayed this one this morning with that when it was nice and sunny outside. Yes. Sharpie brown pen and wipe off immediately. Just thinking, Andrew is the man for colouring things. He is. Sharpie would do it easily. Yeah, because I mean, obviously this when it was brand new would have been white. I keep forgetting I haven't got the camera on now. Yeah, so this originally would have been white, but with age it goes this horrible yucky brown. I wouldn't want to replicate that horrible brown, to be fair. But you can see inside where the rat's bitten it off, it's a lot lighter, but it's still, it is like a beige, like an ivory colour, I suppose it should be. So it needs to be ivory. I don't think I've got anything like that here. I've got all sorts of different paints and bits and pieces. But, yes. So I've got something else has arrived in for repair as well. Let's try the airband again quickly in case there's a plane coming over. Quickly. No planes for a minute. No planes for a minute. Right, Let me go and get this other thing that has arrived today. Here because it's got my name on it and address and sender, so we'll get that off. So this is a repair that's just arrived this morning. Was it? No, yesterday this arrived. I just haven't got round to unpacking it yet, so I've been stuck trying to fix that radio there. Ooh, that's nice. Smells a bit smoky. We've got some power supply and leads. Always useful to send me the power supply if you're sending something to be fixed, because very often I haven't got it. I have got a power supply for one of these actually. I've got a couple of power supplies for these. I do seem to see a lot of them. Should we try the airband again? Nope, no airband. We've got set headphones. Oh, that might be for the. Oh, that's for the Walkman. Yeah, because this is a chap that sent the Walkman in. So let's clear some space. Clear some space here, Graham. Come on. Clogging the place up again. Incidentally, I did say about Roberts, didn't I? Also a purchase for the R505. Oh god, it just dropped on the floor. It's naughty. It's one of those. So just as I came on live, Roberts actually rang me because I ordered 3 of these and they sent me one and charged me for 3, which is nice of them. But they are going to send me a couple more. So you can still get these from Roberts. I don't know if you knew that or not, but they do sell them. They're not cheap and the postage isn't cheap, but if you want a decent looking badge that will really make your radio bling, then you can still get them. They're slightly different. You may have to re-drill the holes. They've got spikes on them, so you need to glue them in, but yeah, still available. Although I've only got 1 and I ordered 3, because I've got loads of radios here with broken logos. I've got those 2 Stardust ones that have got no badges, so I need 3. Here we are. Yet another Sony 2001D that's got problems. All these radios of this era are starting to fail big time. They do them in gold and silver, Sean. I don't think any of the older radios use gold ones, they're nearly all silver. My collar's doing weird things here. What the hell's I'll put it up? There you go. A bit cooler then, aren't I? Yeah. £6 a badge. Only if you buy 1 badge with postage, then yeah, it's over £6, Sean. You're right. It is a different angle, yes. It is slightly different angle. I haven't got one I can compare it with here because I've got the. Actually, I have. I've got the little. Can I put the badge in there as well? Yeah. Keep deviating, don't I? So this is the badge I took off of the R500. Oh, I've dropped it again. Someone said about the pins being in the wrong place. Well, they are. Not massively though, to be fair. So if you look at that, they're pretty much on this particular one, the R500, the attachment points seem to be in the same place, look. Let's have a look what they look like. It's difficult to do, isn't it? Because they've got to be like that. So I think that looks pretty good actually. I think that'll go straight back in the R500. So yeah, there you are, that. And the only issue with this is the top of the R's broken off. They are. So I think you'll find it with the RIC, not the RIC, the RT1. I think the badge is in the wrong place. It's a different badge on the RT1. Yeah, this was all. Yeah, the original RT1s had a different badge without the underline on them. If that's what you meant there, Daniel. So anyway, let's get back to this thing. The latest repair to hit. I've got quite a few bits and pieces coming in, but I haven't seen one of these in the original. Well, I've seen pictures of them in the original boxes. Shame to stick tape on them, really. I've seen them advertised on eBay in the original box for like ridiculous money. So let's unpacking the radio. So there's no power supply. So I'm going to grab a power supply in a sec. Good condition. Yeah, it looks in really good nick actually, that one. Looks in pretty good condition. Let me find a power supply for a minute. Did have a power supply knocking around here for a while. So I do see a fair few of these. I've got a couple myself as well. One that I need to fix and the other one's one that I have fixed. Supply. Come on, Graham. Power supply. Hey, it's been nice today, people, isn't it? So I've got a Sony 4.5 volt supply. Turn this on and have a little look. Hang on, we need to switch the main power on there. Okay. The other thing you've got to do in these, they're very weird radio. You've actually got to have. We've got some issues. I don't think this is gonna work anyway because the guy's already told me that he's had this apart and the ribbon cable is broken. But yeah, you've got, before you use these radios, you've got to put these computer batteries in or they won't work. It's a bizarre setup. Very weird setup. Sony special, that is. As I say, I don't think this is going to work. No. We've got sort of clock comes on and then fades off. So yeah, we've got major problems with this one. It's a poorly boy. It's a poorly old boy, this one. Again, no guarantees that I can repair that, but you never know. You never know. I'm a glutton for punishment, aren't I? So let's have it apart and have a look inside, shall we? Stick my blue mat now. It's going to totally throw the camera out. The camera doesn't like this mat at all. In fact, it hates it. But it's quite nice for working on stuff like this because it's soft. I can get all the rubbish off of it first. So how are we doing on the chat? I've been neglecting you. As Dave Malik said something there, he took that off straight away. Hi Theo, how are you? Plenty on shortwave, Gary. Atlantis for a restring. I've done a restring today, that's enough for me. One a month is more than enough for me restringing things. I usually need to step away from it a couple times with a restring at least, if not a couple weeks in between goes at it. Is there someone sending out a gold digger? Oh, your R500 badge is gold. Wow. That was definitely silver. Right, maybe different colour cases had different colour badges, possibly. Right. Let's have it apart and see, shall we? This is really handy, this mat, because it's got all these like magnetic areas on it. Stops you losing screws, especially when you're dealing with little tiny ones. So let's see what we've got in here then. All right. Take those batteries back out again. Didn't need them in there for a while. So I hope you're all doing alright. Anyway, as I say, I thought I'd come on again. Ow. Oh, me elbow. I come back my little elbow. I thought I'd pop on again for you. See how you're all doing. Hopefully everybody's fit and nobody's ill. George, I'm hoping you're getting better, mate. I think you've got withdrawal symptoms more than anything, George. Nothing in there. We've got another one up in the corner there. This stuff is well made. I'll give Sony that. It's well made, but there's a couple little problem areas in them. Here, so well since I've worked on one of these, should just lift up there. Put the antenna up. Hang on, we've got another screw in there. Another screw hiding under the antenna. See what we're doing on the chat. Sean! Hey! First super chat of the day. Hi Dave, how are you? Dave Rhodes? I think I did say hello earlier, Dave. Catch you later, brat. Might still be here. Give me my monthly pocket donation next month. Right. It's looking okay. I've had it before, these aerials have broken off of here, but that one's okay. Aerial looks in good condition actually. Right, let's have a little look, see what's going on here. Oh, okay, well it's not going to work with one of the battery wires off. Yeah. One of the battery wires was hanging off there, but I'm sure that wasn't the fault. Did another one of these where this was actually broken off, this battery terminal, so I made a 3D printed piece to go in there and just support it on the back. Again, not a great design, these. Should have made them a bit more substantial than that. Plenty of room to do it. Okay, now these are pretty tricky to get out, to be fair. Let's just pop this top board off and have a look underneath. Let's have a look at this ribbon cable. So if you notice, I did have this came with it, which is a broken off piece of the well, it's a FFC flat film cable. I think Sony call them something else. I call them lots of things. Now, underneath here, the boards are sandwiched together with it's a bigger screw. Boards are sandwiched together, and in between the boards to connect them is a very fine film cable. And the majority of the problems on these is when people take them apart and they break the cable. You cannot get a replacement cable. Play ball, this one, is he? Right, okay, he's coming, right. Okay, the speaker's disconnected as well, so this one is never going to work. Both the flat film cables are out, okay. So the main issues with these are these power supply caps up here. Mike! Half a Robert's badge! Yeah, the majority of problems are just with the power supply capacitors in this area. But these look okay. I don't know whether they've been changed. No, doesn't look like it. But normally they'll start bulging on the top, but these look alright. The other issue can be the crystals. So yeah, we've got two flat film cables here. Let me have a look. Let's see if they're okay or not. Yeah, that one's not. I think it was actually this one is broken. Look, this is the problem. Let's get you on the overhead camera. You can have a look then. This usually writes a radio off, but I did think that I might be able to repair it, and I think I said that on my last video, and the chap's seen that. I thought, well, let's give it to Graham and see if he can actually repair it. And I do like a challenge, you know that. So I'm going to have to alter the light about a bit. See that or not? I'm sure you can. I'm just trying to get the camera a bit closer to it. Get it in the centre. There we go. So this is obviously a big issue. And it would be the one with the most connectors on it, wouldn't it? So the only way I thought that I might be able to fix something like this is to run new very fine cables, possibly even magnet wire, I'm not sure yet, and directly solder it to the connector rather than using the push bit. I've never done it, but I think it could be possible to do. Too modern for you, Mike. Yeah, they're a bit of a pain in the neck, these, really. They're lovely, lovely radios, don't get me wrong. So the connector, you can see just here, pretty much. I'm trying to get me bearings of where the camera is. That's the connector that flat cable plugs into. So obviously there's no way you can solder through there, so basically the only way I thought like I might be able to do it is to solder onto the back here. Zoom back out again, I'm in too close. So what I basically have to do is I'll have to pull out the cable. And how many ways is it? Too many. That's in here. And solder a new wire from here down onto the bottom board. That's the only way I can think of doing it. If we can do that, then we've got partial chance of getting this radio working again, if that's all that's wrong with it. Plus a recap of the power supply. But the cables disappearing underneath here, look. Now I'm pretty sure those cables are supposed to be on top of here. Yeah, pretty sure they're supposed to be on top of that. Let's take it a stage further apart. Let's take it a stage further apart and have a look, see if they're broken off of the actual. It's a bit of a challenge, this one, I must admit. Somewhere, I'm sure there is. Trying to get this out, but it's decided it doesn't want to come out. What's holding you there? Something's holding you. I don't remember them being this difficult to come out. Yeah, that little brown wire's off as well. This one here. I do know where that goes though, so that should be okay. So why are you not coming off, Mr. Radio? You held on to. It likes to actually be where it is. It doesn't want to come out. Right. Talk amongst yourselves, people. I'm just stripping this thing down while I'm here. I just want to have a look on the other end of this flat film cable to see if it's broken off of the board. That's all I'm trying to do. You know, I'm a glutton for punishment, aren't I? And I'm Bradley Minis. Right, that should come off now. I think it was Lee's that I did, wasn't it? Lee Locke's radio, where the should come off of there now. It should just be loose now. Doesn't want to though. Hopefully you can still hear audio, people. That's why it's got this flicking. Oh, remember these switches. Yeah, both of these have got to come off. Got a little tiny ball bearing in them. Yeah, it took me a while to get them back on last time, I can tell you. Yeah, so basically these switches have got to come off. Can't remember how I took them off now last time. Oh, that one's got a screw in it, so I took that one off. I remember it was an absolute nightmare to get back on again. Okay. So the board goes in. Way up. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to take it apart any. Well, I've got it apart pretty much as far as I could get it apart from these switches, and I know from working on it before that they're a pig to get on and off. Cool. Tommy's playing up. The cider's kicking in. So yeah, that's got a lot of work to be done on that one. A lot of work. A lot of work. A lot of work. A lot of work. That's better. Right. He is a beauty, Doug. I must admit, it is a nice radio. Use computer ribbon cable. Yes, I could do, George. The problem is people have tried to do it with computer ribbon cable before, George, and I think because it's not very flexible, it pulls traces, and people have tried it. But what I was thinking personally was to reseat that cable and just run the broken ones rather than do them all. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do it yet, but I will have a go. I will have a go. Certainly it's not something for a live stream. That's something I really need to get my head around that. Nick's had some success with a very thin enamelled wire. That's what I was thinking, Nick, really. I have got some here somewhere, but I don't think it's thin enough. Where is it? Is it deep? It's deep. Yeah, I have got some here, but I don't think it's thin enough. Yeah, they are really nice. It'd be a shame to not be able to fix it, but they do say that once that ribbon cable's done, the radio is a write-off. But you know, yeah, you can't write something like that off, really, can you? But a lot of people have. So I think there's been mention in one of the forums that I might be able to fix it. So that's where it's all stemmed from. Yeah. Nice bit of kit, but that's one for a totally clear head and a lot of hours in front of me to sort something like that. Very fine telephone may do the trick. Yeah, I've got some of that there somewhere as well. Got a load of that. So I've probably got the kit to do it. I've got the soldering kit to do it. I've got magnification. I should be able to do it, I think. It's not guaranteed, mind you, but I'm going to have a good go. As long as no one's been in there twiddling the pots, then we should be okay. But I think it's doable. I've done worse, put it that way. I've done worse than that and sorted it. 40 gauge. Yeah, what size have I got here? I've got some cable here somewhere. It's sort of buried. .19 I've got, John. Whatever .19 is in modern money. What's that? There's some different stuff there. So yeah, I have got some little bobbins of it. Assorted bobbins, 0.19mm diameter. Solderable enamel wire. A company called Encompass Parts. Yeah, I think I looked them up last time, Doug, because I was after crystal. I actually ended up having some crystals made in the end. Barefoot Merlot, very good, Sean. Oh, sharp. So yes, that's not for the live stream, that radio. I need to really get my head down on that. Pardon me. Is that Chris? Hey Chris, how you doing, mate? So yeah, so should we try to see if we can get some airband again? Let's try some airband quick. We might all of a sudden have got some airband. Let's try it. No, nothing. No airband. You do like a good Sony, do you? Sony is good stuff, but this this ribbon cable thing is well, flat film cable is a bit of a pain. So who was it there? It was Doug, wasn't it? Mentioned it in Encompass parts. So we can have a look at them in a minute. See if they got any anything of interest to us. I can get me. I don't know if you joined us earlier, Chris, but I had a delivery of this today. Look at that beauty. So you know, you and your few bottles of wine. I've got 20 litres of cider arrived. 20 litres. Good stuff. Yeah, Sony did make some good stuff. Let's see if we can find it in Encompass parts then a minute. It's in Encompass. Do I want 10% off my first order? No. So it's an ICF 2001D. Number of parts 4. They've got a stand, a waveguide book, and a waveguide book. That's it. That's the service manuals and stuff like that, and I have got the service manual for that. I'm going to dig a service manual out, see if I can get the part number for that that ribbon cable. Flat film cable as it is. It's not a ribbon cable, is it? It's a flat film cable. Back in the room. So just have a quick look through, see if I can find the part number for that. These original Sony manuals, if you can get hold of an original Sony manual, they are absolutely brilliant. Get up on the bench. Woo! The length of this thing, it's immense. That's one big circuit diagram, isn't it? It's like it's like a map of Dartmoor. So the manuals are amazing. They are. So we've got exploded parts diagrams here somewhere. Flexible board. That's the issue. Flexible board. There's 22 connections on it. Service manual is a fair old beast of a manual. I've read this from cover to cover though. There was an exploded drawing of one just now. Now where's that gone to? Just trying to see if I can find a part number for that flat flex cable. Here we are. Here's the exploded drawing. PC board flexible, I think that's the one. That's what they call it, PC board flexible. I believe that's what they call it. Yeah, just called a flexible board. So the part number on that is, it was there a second ago. Yeah, 161427911. Let's put that in so it's 1-164-279-11. Nope. So let's put that in Google, you never know. Dash 279 dash 11. Nothing. So let's just try images. That sometimes brings up no. No. I was just hoping that maybe, you never know, maybe there might have been a cautions. Brittle ribbon cables. Here we go. James Cautions 2001D and ICF 2010 owners. To say this is a known issue. If you take these apart, you do risk breaking that. Notice that one of the two ribbon cables called a flexible circuit board has snapped right across and come apart. Yeah. Yep. Just quite a good post to read this one. So if you wanna follow along, let me pop it in the chat for you. So if you want to open that up and have a look. You're one of the Wurzels now, am I? So yeah, there's a link to what I'm looking at on screen if you want to pop it up yourself, but you can probably see my screen fairly well there anyway. Broken ribbon cable and broken switch. Yeah, okay, so he's broke the switch off. See the broken ribbon cable though. As that comes up to it. No, can't see the broken ribbon cable. There you are. Well, that's broken, but So it looks like he's tried to solder it. Oh, he's tried to solder it to the actual ribbon cable itself. That's I suppose it's doable, isn't it? So basically, this chap was saying that his radio's a write-off because of this ribbon cable issue. You can see he's tried to join it. He's tried to add a piece of ribbon cable. That wasn't going to work though, to be fair. Trying to join something rigid like that onto something that flexible is never going to. It's just going to keep ripping them off all the time. You know, say you need something the same or finer. So possibly magnet wire. I could possibly bridge across that. I'm going to have an experiment with that, I think. Look at the state of it. Yeah. So poor old James. It's not James' radio that I've got, by the way. Right, let's get back to where I was. Let's get me chat up. What we're doing now, we are 10 to 6. So still got a bit of time left. If you guys want to chat about anything, it was nice to see Simon come on last night as well. Good old Simon. Always good to have a chat with Simon. Chris is multitasking, ordering capacitors from RS. They don't do all the ones for that one, Chris. You'll probably find you'll need Farnell for those, or maybe CPC for some of them. You're following me, are you? You think there are replacement flat flex cables on eBay that can be adapted to the purpose? It's a standard approach just to hardwire it in. I think that is going to be it, isn't it? Oh, we've got some remarks on that webpage, Dave. Is that what you're saying? Let me have a look then. Let me have a little look. On the comments underneath, you're saying, yeah? Person, Julie. Right, James Patterson, Guy Atkins. Still going down. Okay, I see there's a guy called Guy Atkins that's saying it is possible to repair these ribbon cables at the breakpoint if you have patience and excellent manual dexterity skills with small details. Alright, okay. Yeah, well spotted there, Dave. So if we go back onto the screen, there's a post there from someone called Guy Atkins in 2015 saying basically that you can repair it at the breakpoint using very fine insulated wire wrap wire, magnet wire, enamelled copper wire, whatever you want to call it, to jump at the conductors across the break, scraping away a layer of plastic coating, a tiny dab of conductive adhesive. I do have some of that conductive adhesive. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Dave. So it's basically using conductive glue and magnet wire. So you've obviously got to bare back some of the magnet wire. Yeah, interesting stuff. Just for that link, Dave. I take it that was what you meant. I'll have a look on eBay as well, just to see. Yeah, Guy Atkins, that was the chap I just did. I think the chat's lagging behind what I'm saying, so apologies. If I send you a video, can you stream it? You can sit back and enjoy the chat a bit then. Give it a try. I'll have a go, Paul. How are you gonna send it though? What format? So what was Sean asking me? Question time for me. What was the first radio I worked on? The first radio I worked on, probably the first radios I worked on would have been CB radios back in the day. MP4, yeah, should be able to get that up. Paul, will give it a go. If you can send me a link. If you send me a link on Messenger, Paul, I'll grab it and see if I can download it and add it into the stream. I might have to knock. I might have to knock. Oh, hang on. That's probably not a good idea to do that. Ha. I'm just going to have to restart my I'm going to have to restart my software here, people. Bear with me. I'm going to restart the software. Just 1 minute. It's all frozen up. I can't switch. I don't think. No, the software's frozen up. Bear with me. I'll just restart the software. I'll be back. You can see a vapor trail from an aeroplane. Give airband a try. Quick. Quick then. He may be flying, Derek, but he ain't speaking. Just a sec then, just let me restart this a minute. Oh, hang on, is it all froze? No, it's just vmix. Control delete, should that bring up? Task manager. vmix. I'm just going to crash out vmix. I'll be right back. The chat will still work though. The chat won't end. But the video will disappear. But I'll be back in a second. Right, I should be back with audio now, and I can, yeah, I got all my screens back. Okay, bro. Just need to sort George out with his Bruce Lee thing. Milliseconds, that should be fine. Right, should be back now. Back? Yeah. Should be back. The stream should be back. Bro. Yeah. I clicked on something. I clicked on something and lost it. So right. So Paul was going to send me a Dropbox link. Okay, I've got a video on screen, Paul, that you just sent. Is that what you meant? Let me find my stream and my chat. Where's my chat? Oh, you need to film it first. Okay. Did you want me to show you that? Show them that video you just put up on Messenger, Paul, or not? We're just working on emptying my cider pot at the moment. Oh, you haven't sent anything. There is a video on Messenger of that black radio you've been working on, though, Paul. Was that another one? Any other questions for me then? Sean asked what the first radio I ever worked on. It probably was an old CB radio, Sean. The first radio I ever really worked on was a Hacker Herald RP35, I believe, which I've still got. That was the first radio I ever sort of stripped down and started having a proper play with. Prior to that, I did have an old Corsair radio that I picked up at a car boot sale. Now that was probably my first one. I don't know. I've worked on so many now, Sean. I can't remember. Toilet roll is more expensive than gold per ounce now, so that's why people are stockpiling. Let's see if I can show you this video then that Paul's just put up. I take it this is a radio you've been working on, Paul, and just trying to go to full screen HD. I'm not sure whether the audio will come through. It might come through the microphone here. If I put the volume up on mine, you should be able to hear it. So it looks like this is what Paul's been working on today. He's it's one of those ones with the LCD display on it, Paul, isn't it? I can't remember the model number now. Is it 901 or something like that? I can't remember now. Might have to stop that, Paul, because I might get a YouTube hit for that. Let's start that again, shall we? Without the audio. I'll do the audio. Da 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 da, yeah. Looking nice, Paul. Bit different. It's difficult to see because you can't upload a very good quality video now anymore on YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook. Looking good though, Paul. Very nice. Hopefully we don't get a copyright hit for that one. R737, right, okay. All day, full works, really. Yes. So I've got a little bit of playing about to do. I have got some of that conductive glue somewhere. I have got some of that somewhere. Let me have a quick look, see if I can find it. It would be in my other glues, I think. What is going on about? It's really expensive as well. It's like a little tiny bottle. It's a tiny bottle, and it's I dropped something there. Excuse me. Plastic weld. Yeah, I wonder what I've done with that. It was really like a little tiny You used to be able to get stuff that fixed the rear screens on cars with, didn't you? Silver paint, but it wasn't that. It was a proper glue, because I used it to repair a trap on a rare volume pot that I couldn't get another one for. Well, I don't know what I've done with that. I don't really want to buy another thing of it. I might have to. Oh well. This other one, just in case it's some like bits and bobs. Bits and bobs box. I have got some conductive glue somewhere. I know I have, but I don't know where at the moment. Not to worry. Not to worry. So anyone else got anything else to add before we call it a day? I don't think I've got anything else coming. I've got some capacitors arrived today from CPC, but that's about it. So I've got to do a little bit of tweaking. Let's try airband. Just no airband. There's no airband. Right. Is the chat still working? Is the chat still working? Is the chat still working, or is nobody talking at the moment? It's just me yapping, is it? No talking? Have we lost everybody? Or is the chat frozen again? It's not YouTube again, is it? Sean's put a couple of pictures in here that he wants to pop across, I think, but I don't know if the chat's still working, or you lot just ain't talking to me. Is the chat still working, people? Has it frozen again? Yeah, the last chat I've got is Daniel Russell saying looks fab all in the black. That's the last chat I can see. Can I refresh the chat? Live chat. Oh, hang on, I've got... Right, sorry, I didn't get... Mike! Thank you, Mike. The other half of the Roberts badge. Catch you later, mate. Right, looks like I missed quite a bit of chat there. I had it on top chat, not live chat. Is it dab? If I have a picture, so I'll show Sean's picture. Just a second, Sean. I'll just catch up on the rest of the chat here a minute because I've missed a bit. And I'll pop Sean's pictures up. Cheers, Derek. Thanks, mate. See you on Sunday, if not before. Nine wine, 3 gin, no tonic. Chris, I've got a bottle of tonic water here that someone brought when we had a bit of a get together one night, and you know, I can show it to you. I can't they have it? What's my most favourite radio and at the same time the worst radio you've ever worked on? Dear, that's a question. I think my favourite radio probably is the Hacker Super Sovereign. It's a toss-up between that and the Dynatron Atlantis. I always said the Dynatron Atlantis, but you know, when you compare them, they do sound very similar. The Atlantis is a bit more punchy. It's got a bigger speaker, better amplifier, but there's more you can do with the Super Sovereign. You know, you've got fine tune on it. If you've got the MB version, which is even better, you've got aerial tuner. So probably Super Sovereign, I think. And the worst radio I've ever worked on, I've worked on some howlers, to be honest. One of those little Dynatron Tourists I had once, that was a horrible radio. They're not very nice radios, to be honest, but they must be worse than that. I can't think off the top of my head, Daniel. I've had some horrible radios to work on. Theo's having a cup of tea. 39 quid's worth of capacitors later. They're not cheap, are they? That's probably plus of that as well, is it? Yeah, there's nothing, David, really, is there? Atlantis Interfix. Atlantis Interfix. No, I can't get it. I've got to move all the cameras to get to it. Right, let's get Sean's picture up. Let's get Sean's picture in the house. We've got a couple pictures here, actually. Sean, which one is it you want? The first or the second one? I expect gold or silver. It's a tiny little picture, Sean. See if I can zoom it in a bit. Okay, there we are. I've zoomed it in. So Sean's asked to have a quick look at this. So he's saying, should he put gold or silver on the radio? So that's what you're asking, Sean, isn't it? Gold or silver? I don't know, what did it have on it originally, Sean? Did it have a gold one or a silver one? Excuse me. Dear, dear. Did it have a gold or a silver one on it originally, Sean? Let's just rejoin the chat. Yeah, silver. Everyone says silver, Sean. I don't know where mine is here. I mean, yeah, I got my red dog over one here, and that's that looks like it was originally silver, but it looks like it's obviously yellow now, and it's broken, but it was silver. This is the one with a flaky dial. We're gonna have a play with. Try some different techniques to see if we can repair that dial. Don't think we'll repair it, but we might get it a bit better. I think where the focus is on my camera. It's back here, isn't it? Yeah, it's back there. Cheers, Paul. Catch you soon, mate. Anybody got anything more for me then before we make a move? Yeah, rapid can be Chris, but they got a minimum order which stuffs it up sometimes. Doug's saying gold goes better with the green. Yeah, you might have a point there, Doug. I think mine's beige, isn't it? But yeah, you might have a point there. $29.55 rebuild. Yeah. No, thank you, George. That's for you. Yeah, I do use Rapid, Chris. I haven't got an account with them because I don't use them very often, to be honest. But they do have a minimum order, and they are a bit cheaper, I think. And you can get parts that you can't get anywhere else. I think I got that was where I picked up all my battery snaps from. The just bare battery snaps, just the component parts. It's either that or Mouser, but I think it was Rapid actually. So I've got to do probably next after I finish a Shorrock. I've got to do Tony's little battery portable, the Marconi phone, little tiny thing. That's going to be interesting. Have I got anything else to show you? Probably not. We can try the airband one more time. No, as Dave said, there ain't no planes flying over Devon today. Atlantis. Yeah, RS don't need a minimum order, and I think it's Farnell don't if you've got an account. Or is it CPC? I don't think I need to worry about a minimum order with CPC because I've got an account. I've got an account with RS and CPC. Yeah, it was good to see Simon on last night, wasn't it? A good old chat with Simon. We kept him going for a while, don't we? You've got them all from RS but pricey. Yeah, did you buy the Axials, Chris, did you? Thank you, Sean. It's been a hell of a lot of work, that radio. I lost track probably after about 1,000 hours on what I've put into that one. But I'm so chuffed it's working, to be fair. Well, if you've got nothing else for me, people, no other questions, then I'm going to call it a day. What is it now? 20 past 6? Probably about right. You've had enough of me, I think, today, don't you? So, when am I going to be on next? I did say I'd try and do every other day, but obviously Saturday and Sunday are back to back. I might see if I can get a video out for Saturday. Might see if I can do a premiere or something like that. But sing you a song? No. I've not had enough cider to sing you a song yet, George. Yeah, they're obviously not doing nothing. Hi, William. Hello, mate. Didn't see you in there. Free delivery over £5 for public. Yeah, that's right, yeah. £5 ex VAT minimum for CPC. Well, cheers, everybody. I'll catch you probably Sunday. We've got a couple other people that might go live. I think Paul had some teething problems. I don't know if he sorted his microphone yet. George, I don't know if George is feeling up to going on. It's not very well. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But I'll try and do something. Definitely be on Sunday as per normal. Maybe do Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We'll see. George could do tomorrow. Look. Give me a break. That'd be good. Obviously, I'll join in, George, but give me a chance to catch up on a few bits here. I need to get that Shorrock sorted. I'm not doing any radio work tomorrow because I'm gonna have a day off. Mrs. Cruncher's got some jobs lined up for me, so I think we've got to sort the chickens out tomorrow. I've got to get their fence moved, and I've got to put a new base in their bed. Well, in their, yeah, it's their hutch, isn't it, I suppose. Coop it's called. Chicken coop. CPC are good. They are good, Chris, and they are very competitive as well. So, cheerio, everybody. Take care. Thanks again for everyone that's contributed today. Really appreciate that, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's good to get us together. You know, it's easy enough for me to jump on here and get us on if need be. If you're all feeling a bit bored or down in the dumps, then let me know. I can always just jump on and push a button, can I? So catch you soon. Cheers, people. And hopefully I can work out how to do this, because I've got to sort that microphone out as well. Anyway, bye for now.